No Way Productions.
The song about to come on, it's like 30, it's like a minute long.
Oh,
You wanna fight? Alright, I'll expedite the process. After this, we can get into it.
okay.
Wale stole my whole swag.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't forget.
I'm about to smile. No, she don't love me no more. Ain't even funny no more. She had to move on. There's someone who got what she need. I only got what she want. I hope you covered in diamonds today. Hope you don't question.
He went crazy on this joint.
Hope that you know that your mama ain't like me, and that's why I'm probably not by you today. Yeah. Dearly beloved was lucky to love you, but I ain't recovered yet. So maybe I'm jealous, but slim in that text doesn't look like a level up. I think there's pressure. Your sister is young and she chillin', she settled up. So you wanna
You ever heard this song?
You
never heard this song? Go listen to this called Dearly Beloved by Wale.
You never
what?
But you beloved and truly deserve better.
I'm disgusted.
Let me ask something.
I'm disgusted all the time by men.
You said what?
I'm disgusted by all the time by men, so.
Hey man, say man, it's your guy No Way Jose. You're now tuned into another episode of Ain't No Way the podcast. This is the last podcast of 2023 and the first podcast of 2024 because it's going to post in 2024. So, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, because I didn't say Merry Christmas, all that good shit. And y'all see I got a guest today. Eliza! I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
I'm Elise, not Eliza. What the hell am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Just introduce yourself.
I am.
What's your Instagram? Just give me your Instagram. Your IG.
It is at the Elise. TheEelise.
Okay.
And I know I'm like the best person you've seen on this podcast.
The best person seen on this podcast is crazy. You think so?
I mean, besides my sister.
Your sister. Mm-hmm. So, Eliza, why start calling you that?
I have no idea. You just made that up.
I did. I don't know where it came from, but I like that name.
Eliza Thornberry. Isn't that what it is?
Eliza Thornberry is the name, but I didn't get it from there. I don't know where I got it from.
I don't know. You just didn't want to call me my name. I don't know why.
I just called you Eliza. So, you made a statement said about niggas, men. You hate men? What was that?
I didn't say I hate men.
I feel like you're a man hater.
I'm just mean to men.
Why?
Because they deserve it.
So wait, before we get into why niggas deserve it. So it's going to be a lot of men that's watching this podcast. And you already gave your Instagram, like, so it's like your DMs open? Like, can they shoot in the gym? Is the gym closed, open? Single?
They're open. I'm single.
Slide in the DMs, gentlemen.
If you're brave enough.
She not even mean for real. She not even mean. She just put on this facade so niggas don't approach her. What would be your caution sign? If you had a caution sign, what would be your caution sign?
Back the fuck up.
Caution, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of a live episode too because we got an audience. I never did that before. So shout out to my audience that way. Who is, tuned in.
My favorite person on the planet. Besides my children.
She just wanted to be in it so bad. Y'all already seen her on an episode. This is Autumn's sister.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, get on my podcast. And she was like, yeah, I'm down for it. And then she stood me up like 11 times. But now she's here.
I'm hard to get. So if you go on my DMs, that's proof.
I didn't want you, first of all.
I didn't mean it like that. Why you gotta take it there? I'm hard to
Just for the
down.
record, you called me and said, I want to get on the podcast.
First of all, I've been hearing for months, oh, you should be on your podcast. You should be on the podcast.
You called me
so
and
I
asked to be
had
on
some free time that I could give to you, so here I am.
Okay, so back to your hate for men.
I don't hate men. I'm mean to men.
Why?
Because you guys deserve it.
Why do dumb niggas, because I don't deserve anybody being mean to me. Why do them niggas deserve it? Like, what makes, like, Eliza just so, like, you know?
I feel like we have been taken over by the sassy man apocalypse.
What is a sassy man?
A sassy man
Let's get
are
into
the
it.
men that listen to podcasts.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay. That's wicked, yo.
Okay, so sassy men are men that want to be chased, men that want to be courted, men that don't put any effort in, men that don't believe in dates, men that want the women to do all the work. Like, you want me to cook and clean and do everything else, but you haven't taken me out on a date, you haven't bought me flowers, you haven't. That's rude.
Nah, so I'm about to pull up this list of, it's a list of what makes men sassy. Okay. I'm about to pull it up.
Okay,
so I'm gonna ask you the questions of, like, what makes them sassy. I gotta find it. But go ahead, you continue.
So, like, y'all know.
Not you trying to check me on my podcast. Like,
I'm just saying, I don't play that. But, like, y'all know why y'all sassy. I don't know what y'all be doing. I don't know what the hell happened, but I need you guys to get it together.
Okay. So, off of this list, right, I was on Instagram or I was somewhere. Maybe I was talking to somebody. And I was listening to a podcast. That's what it was.
There we go.
Shout out to this podcast I was listening to.
Okay.
More of the Onion, More to the Onion. I can't remember the exact name right at this moment, but I'm going to plug them. It's just a quick, shameless plug. But they were talking about sassy men. Mm-hmm. And, okay, so, is a man that keeps his fingernails clean considered sassy?
No.
Okay. A man that has a great skin routine? Like, no. Okay. Men that read.
No, taking care of yourself does not make you sassy. Okay. Your actions towards women make you sassy. I want a man that cleans his fingernails. I want a man that takes care of himself. Like, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of me. But if you treating women like you are the prize, I mean.
So you don't think a man can be the prize? I got y'all back, niggas.
Not to say that, but men who typically announce they are the prize, they are usually
so the
not.
Announcing of
the prize. She chased me. Like,
got you.
You're usually not the prize if that's the case.
Okay, all right.
If you have to announce it, I don't even like when women announce that they're the prize. Like, you can feel that way, but you don't have to announce it to the world.
We birds, huh?
I mean, if you have to announce that you're the prize for any gender, you're probably not the prize.
Fair, so, all right, a man. So fuck the list. A man that lets it be known that he got money. Sassy or no?
No, because usually if you're announcing that you have money, you don't have money.
And you trying to get robbed?
Yeah, like if you have money.
You ever robbed a nigga?
No.
No.
No, I've always made my own money. So.
It's not about. This is my next question. A man that want to go 50-50, that make him sassy?
Oh, no.
What's your thought about that?
My rule is 50-50 is not an option for me. But, because it's never really 50-50. Once you bring children into the picture and stuff like that, it's not 50-50 because your woman's working all day, then you want her to cook and clean and take care of your kids when she gets home. A man can't birth a child. A man can't nurse a child. A man can't really do that. So it's never really 50-50. 70-30, 60-40, yes.
What about 80-20?
80-20 too. But it's never...
But what does 80-20 look like to you? Or 70-30, 60-40? So what does that look like to you? Because 60-40 is damn near 50-50. Like, what's the difference?
Okay, so my ideal situation is... As a mother, I want to raise my kids until they're in school, and then I'm happy getting a part-time job to contribute. So
you want to be like a housewife?
I don't even think I would want to do that. Like I would always want a side hustle. I've been working since I was 11 years old, so that's not a problem for me. I just want a man to be like, I want you to take the bulk of like the financial part of it, but like I'm happy to help out. Like the world we live in today, it's hard to do like the whole man pays for everything thing.
Is it though?
I feel like it is sometimes. But like those men who are already paying their bills and then want a woman to come in 50-50, why?
So no, so I was just having a conversation. This same conversation actually. And I think the confusion is most women want a nigga to pay her bills on top of his bills.
No, yeah.
But then I seen a podcast that said no, because if it was from a woman's perspective, the woman was saying this: if I'm moving with you, like, you already can take care of everything.
Yeah.
So you take care of everything, and I just do the extras.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, like, I'll never expect a man to pay his rent and my rent. But, like, once we decide to cohabitate, then if you're already paying your bill, why do you want me to then move in and start taking half the load off you?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
If you're already doing that.
So what, in that situation, right? Let's say you start dating a nigga, y'all locked in. And he like, I want you to move in with me. And his rent is, let's say, $2,200. But he, like, he's been paying the $2,200 for however much. That's just the rent. Let's say after everything, electric, whatever the case may be, let's say it's $2,500, and he been paying that consistently. What if you like, look, I pay for fucking the rent, and you just pay all the extra shit, i.e., like cable. Like me, I personally don't watch cable, so if a female was to move in with me, like, if you want cable, like, I'll add it, but you pay for it, because that's like, and then take care of the Wi-Fi as well.
That's where the 70-30 comes in, like, paying cable, paying, like, the little stuff, paying for groceries, stuff like that. Like, that's simple stuff. And then, like, I'm taking care of the household, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm doing stuff like that. You could bring stuff to the table without it having to be money at the end of the day. But don't come in and you're already paying these amount of bills and then be like, okay, come move in with me and we're going to split everything down the middle. Like, no, you was handling it before. I'll do the extras. I'm happy to do it. But, like, and if you want 50-50, be prepared for things to be actually 50-50. Like, if you have that dynamic with your partner and you want to do 50-50, make it 50-50. But again, as a woman, it'll never be 50-50 because you cannot nurse your child 50% of the time. Men can't grow the equipment that women have and take over 50% of the time. And a lot of y'all are not willing to. Okay,
so I feel like the conversation in general of the 50-50 conversation, I feel like the conversation, I mean, it could be a conversation, but it's bullshit, right? Because everybody has their, like, own definition of what 50-50 is. 50-50 could be financial. 50-50 in your case could be, like, financial and material shit.
Yeah, well...
So, like, because, like, my thing is, like, if you moving with me, like, it'll be, like, 80-20. Like, to go back, because right now, I live on my own. I cook for myself. I clean after myself. I pay all my bills. I pay my car note. Whatever the case may be. So, I don't necessarily need you to come in and help me with that because I already have that in my thing. So that would be just financially, I'm paying 100% of everything because all you have to do is just come in and just live. Now, anything extra aside from that, i.e. your car note, because at that point you don't have no bills.
Yeah.
You don't have no bills. You just have maybe a car note and then maybe like some debt that you paying off. Like, you just be taking care of that. So essentially, that's not even 50-50 or 80-20, or that's like 99-1. If, like, because, like, you're taking care of your own load as far as everything under this roof, like, I'm taking care of it. Anything extra outside of that, you would just be contributing to. I pay for my own groceries. And I feel like that's, like, the conversation that needs to be had, because 50-50, to me, if I buy the food, cook the food. Or if you cook, I wash the dishes. If I cook, you wash the dishes.
Well, yes. That's how you should think of 50-50. Like, but people think 50-50 financially, but then they want their woman to play the woman role and they want to be this alpha male, and you want to come home from work, sit on the couch, have your food served to you, and it be ready. And that's not how it works. If we're going to be 50-50, if I'm paying 50% of the bills, you're going to be doing 50% of the work in the house. Like, we gonna split weeks where you gonna cook one day, I'm gonna cook the next day. You gonna put the kids to sleep, I'm gonna do it the next day. Like, if you want it to be 50-50, let it be 50-50
like
in all aspects
Gotcha.
of our lives. Like, I'm working the same shift you're working, so why do I have to come home and be a slave to you and our children, and you get to come home and relax? The problem is the men who want 50-50 also want you to be a wife and a mother and come home and do 100% of the work. And that's the problem. Like, if you want it to be 50-50, let it be 50-50 in everything that we do.
I just feel like that shouldn't even be a conversation. Just essentially.
Yeah, but a lot of men want this, oh, I'm the alpha. My wife is home. She takes care of me. She cooks. She cleans. But then I want her to pay 50% of the bills because I can't afford to do it by myself. Like, you got to be able to take both sides of it.
Yeah. That's how you ever went 50-50 with a man?
No.
Have you ever been in a situation where it was like...
So when I was young, I've dated men that didn't have much. Like, they were riding around in my car. Once I found...
Today baby mom crib type shit? Today baby mom crib?
No. Nothing like that. They weren't like... I'm not going to say that. But not to their baby mom's crib. But when I was young, in those younger, early 20s, like, I would have rather had the love and, like, and saw the potential in people than sit here and be like, okay, well, you don't have this, so I don't care. Now that I see the value in myself, I'll never do that again. It's been years since I've done 50-50. Like, I make men court me, and I make it clear when they first start talking to me, like, I'm not going to be doing that. You're going to court me. And then once we're in a relationship, I have no problem, like, paying for dates sometimes or doing... Because I'm the type of person, like, I'm going to not pay for dates, but I'm going to make sure you're good. If you need something, I'll make sure you have it. But I'm not going to sit here and court a man. I will never do it. I never have. I never will.
You ever trick on a nigga?
What do you mean?
You know what tricking is.
No!
You ever tricked on a nigga?
No.
You ain't never tricked on a nigga?
No.
I feel like every woman has tricked on a nigga at least once. You ain't never tricked on a nigga like, oh, this nigga, I just want to buy him this because. Like,
Well, yeah. Oh, I do.
Like tricking. Like, he ain't do nothing. Like, he ain't, like...
If I like you and we're dating and we're, like,
tricking.
exclusively dating...
She be tricking.
Yes, I will buy you what I know you need. And I'll take care of some things.
Not even what he need. Like, all right, is you paying the nigga bill?
Fuck no. You crazy?
All right, you ain't the big trick then. But you tricking.
Like, I'll get you, like, a hoodie or something. Or, like, if you want, like, food. Or
she a minor
if
trick.
you say you're hungry and you want...
You gonna buy a nigga food? Like, would you DoorDash it to him? Like, if a nigga be like, oh, yeah, like...
I wouldn't DoorDash food, but, like, if you sick and I know you need something, I'll DoorDash you, like, medicine.
She a trick.
A little bit, but again, I have to like you. If I don't like you, if you have not put that effort in, I won't spend a dime on you. I don't care who you are. I don't care how attractive you are. I'm just not. There's niggas that just want to come over your house and sit in the electricity that you pay for, lay in the bed, in the house of rent that you pay for and don't want to take you on a date. I'm way past that. And from my early 20s to my late 20s, I still have men in my life that have stuck around and they're like, well, why can't I come over? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And I'm like, the person you met when I was in my early 20s is not the person that I am now. So, no, you can't come over my house. You can't not make effort.
Huh?
Yeah, you cannot do that. You're not going to sit here in the house that I pay bills for and come lay around like you own something, get whatever you need, and then leave. Like, no, you gonna date me or you gonna never see me.
Get out of here, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't play.
All right, so look. So I had an episode. It's called Build a Bay. Right? So you about to build a bay. Like the perfect nigga. Like, if it was a store of like Build a Bear, but like Build a Nigga. Or like you go online, buildanigga.com. What is your perfect nigga? 5. You get 5 qualities. You know what? You get 6 because we in the 6th season. You get 6
or
qualities.
I'm going to get what I want. So
no, that's not how it works.
It's how it works for me.
No.
So, number 1, God has to be the center of your life. There's no if, ands, or buts about it.
That's a non-negotiable?
That's not negotiable.
Okay.
Not at all.
So, gotta have God.
Yes. you need to be able to be a leader and a provider.
That's number 2?
That's number 2.
Number 2.
I'm done dealing with men who are not leaders, who don't know how to provide, they don't know how to keep a job, that just don't. I don't do 50-50. You can go find you a bitch that want to do that. It's not me.
Why she gotta be all that?
I'm not even... Shut up.
I don't care.
But, like, you can find you a girl... There are women that are willing to do that. It's not me. Go find her. Because it's not me.
Number 3.
Number 3.
God protector. Provider.
Okay, so it's very important to me that when I'm with you, I feel safe. Like,
Secure.
I want to be able to turn my brain off when I'm with you, and I know that you got me.
It's never on.
Shut the hell up.
Go ahead. Okay.
Like, I want to be able, like, there's men that I date that I know when I'm with them, I can turn my brain right off, and I know they're watching everything around me, and they're very protective over me, and that they do not play about me. They're going to make sure that nothing happens to me.
Okay.
And that's very important to me. Next is...
Number 4.
I have children, so you have to be able to step into that fatherly role. Luckily for the men that I date, my children's fathers are not... We ain't no, oh, baby mama, baby daddy, I run back and we do that. Like, no, I don't speak to them.
Done.
We
They
keep it
cook,
separate. Huh? You ain't got to ever worry about you catching me talking to them on the side. Like, no, we don't do that over here. So you have to be able to step into that role. And I know some men don't want to do that, but I need a man that is willing to do that. And I respect the men that don't want to, but that is a number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's
5.
no playing about that. 5, I don't want to say you have to be a provider because that goes with, like...
The same numbers.
Yeah. Gotcha. You have to be kind to me, but be mean to any other female that comes in your presence. I do not play those games. I don't want... Don't kiki. Don't be... you can be polite. I want you to be a gentleman. I want you to be respectful of people. But, like, I want to know when a female approaches you that it'll be so cold that they'll know that there's not a shot in hell.
Okay.
And there's a certain way to do that. Like, if I know how to be mean to men, you need to know how to be mean to females.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
Number 6. Make it good. Make it good.
You have to be able to compliment me. You don't know how many men I've met lately that don't know how to compliment a woman. That I don't know if it's underlying jealousy, if there's insecurity about them, they don't want to hype you up. But, like, there's certain men that'll see you and will see, like, oh, she gets DM'd a lot. I know she's attractive. I know a lot of people try and talk to her. So they will purposely not hype your head up. Because they don't want you to realize...
Sometimes you gotta humble a motherfucker, though.
No, why do you want to humble your...
Like, I'll tell you beautiful, but, like, I'm not finna gas you all the time. I'll gas you.
Not all the time,
I'm not finna gas you all the time.
That's the thing. That's sassy to me because if that's a
sassy.
woman, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, yes, it
Nah,
is.
because it's a line of, like, if I tell you you're beautiful, I'm gonna tell you, like, you're beautiful or you're pretty every day. But I'm not, like, unless we in a joking manner, like, I'm be like, bitch, you fine. Like, I'm gonna just, like, go the extra mile. But that's not finna be every day.
No, I'm not saying...
Like, if you, like, let's say you get dressed and be like, ooh, do I look good? Like, you all right? That's a way to bring you down, but you know how I feel about you.
So...
I don't think that's
listen to me,
That's just me, though.
There's certain... I talked to a guy for a while, and he'll see me post a picture, and he'll reply to my story and be like, oh, I hope you have a good time tonight. I hope that you have fun. But he will not compliment me. And I know it's a complex about him because when we first started talking, he was like, I talked to this girl and she would make it known that she had mad niggas in her DMs and stuff like that. So now he has a complex about it. So now he won't hype the person he's talking to up because he thinks that...
I think niggas do that because they don't like competition. Like, some niggas don't like competition. So, like, they already know that, like, I'm not a competitor, so I don't want to compete. Not because I don't, not necessarily because I don't want to, but because I know, like, it just might not be something I win. But, like, that's how some niggas think. Like, I'm not a competitor. And I refuse to compete. So they're not going to do that because they already know you got mad niggas.
It's not even having mad niggas. What?
Niggas going to shoot out, like, some niggas, like, I'm going to shoot out, I don't give a fuck if you got like, mad niggas. Because I'm going to have to stand out. Niggas have to stand out. But some niggas don't want to. Some niggas not competitive.
But some niggas will not hype your head up because there's underlying jealousy. There's something.
I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's the competitive nature. Because they already be like, damn, you got mad niggas. I don't want to be another nigga on your roster.
But if I'm talking to you, if, like...
I don't think a nigga is going to be like, I'm not going to compliment you because I'm jealous of you. I think that's kind of weird.
No, niggas is weird.
Unless they are a part of the LGBTQ community. Like, that's the only reason why I would think a nigga to be like, oh, I'm not going to say you're beautiful because I'm jealous of you. Like, that's like...
It's not even jealousy. It's... I don't want her to get more confidence because I know niggas are already making her confident.
It's gas.
But what does it matter? If I'm talking to you, I want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from other niggas. I don't care.
But, all right, okay, so in this case...
It's insecure.
Let's say, but wait, that is hella insecure. But in this case, does this nigga know that that's the only nigga you talking to?
So what happened with this one is I pointed it out to him because he didn't realize he was doing it. I said, do you notice you never compliment me ever? And he goes, I didn't realize that I was even doing it. I said, I don't know because, I am very big into psychology. I analyze everything somebody says to me. I don't care what it is. I'm analyzing it because I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know why you act the way you act. So I was like, do you notice you never compliment me? There's something about you or something going on that you never compliment me. And we've been dating for months. So I don't see why you don't take that extra step. It takes nothing to tell somebody they're beautiful. It takes nothing to compliment somebody on how they look. And women, we feed off that. And he's like, honestly, I never noticed that. And like, we ended our whole situation because he was like, I really got to think about this because I didn't even realize I was doing it. And now I see what you are saying. And I see that there's a reason I do this. And because when we started talking, he told me about this woman he was talking to. And she would always say, oh, well, I get niggas. So I don't need you. And he said, maybe I do that because she did that to me and I hated that. But like...
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean...
It's weird. It's weird. It gives like, oh, I know that that you're out of my league, so I'm not going to hype your head up even more because I know that that you are out of my league and I don't want to lose you. So men have a habit of trying to teach you a lesson, trying to kill your self-confidence so you feel a little bit less than when they know that you are out of their league, that when they know that they haven't earned you, when they know that you aren't meant for them, when they know that they are lucky to have pulled you. So they want to just knock you down just a little bit, to do a little bit at a time.
It's crazy you say that. I went out to dinner with my dad and one of my coworkers Friday night, and I said the same thing, cause my coworker, she was basically saying how, basically the same thing. Niggas, will just like let women run over them. Mm-hmm. And I made that same point. Like, yo, when a man gets a woman who is out of his league, so to say, he will literally do any and everything to like keep her around. Like, so he'll like kind of like lower himself and just kind of accept all the behavior just because like I know you out of my league, so I'll let you be mean to me or I'll let you say whatever. I'll let you do this.
No.
Yo,
you
niggas do that.
No,
but I know it's like the same line. Like niggas will like dumb themselves down or like ignore shit or like it's just kind of weird, but niggas do that. When it's somebody out of their league, they'll really just do any and everything.
But when we've as women have said, oh, we're gonna date the medium ugly men. We're gonna date
Shout out to us medium ugly niggas.
we're gonna date medium ugly men because they'll treat us better because we're out of their league. But no, they be insecure and they try to knock your confidence down to make themselves feel better. So they make you try and feel less than and be like you know you pretty, but I'm gonna make sure you feel a little bit less pretty because I'm who you're interested in and I'm the opinion that matters. So I'm not gonna compliment you. I'm not gonna make you feel better about yourself because I don't want you to feel so confident that you leave me.
There's got to be a new species of niggas because I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, you don't know. Talk to your people. They're crazy.
My people's not.
Yeah, them.
My guys is straight.
These men out here.
My guys be A1. Them niggas know all the rules.
I don't know what happened.
What you think it is? You think social media play a big part?
I hate to say it, but everybody got a podcast mic and can
Shout
go
out
out
to us
here
podcast niggas.
and can say whatever the fuck they want. And I don't know what happened. I feel like men do not value women anymore. I feel like people have taken faith in the Bible out of a lot of their relationships, and like men don't want to lead anymore. And I blame women too. Like these feminists and people like that, we don't need a man. We can make as much money as them. We don't need them.
But that's a fact though. Women do make a lot more money than men now. It's like proven.
Okay, yes.
Could you date a nigga that make less than you?
I have dated a man that makes less money than
Oh
me.
yeah, you did just kind of say that. Like a lot less than you. Like let's say you in like the 120,000 range and he in like he barely touching 70.
No, I want to date a man that's in my caliber. I want to date a man that makes more than me.
What wouldn't make him in your caliber? Just like financial is the only thing.
Yeah, because
But he meets all six of everything you said. All six. He just don't make the money.
okay, so say
you fucking with him or
I'm
no?
dating him, and I'm the breadwinner, and I have a baby, and I want to stay home with that baby, but I can't do that because he can't make the money that I make. So now I'm forced to recover quicker. I'm forced to lose bonding time with my kid or my baby because you can't go out there and make the money that I was making. So now I got to lead the household. You got to stay home with the baby.
But if you have a kid, so like y'all together and you know that he don't make as much as you, but you lay down and have a kid with him.
I wouldn't.
So you want him to just stop what he doing so you can take
But
care
I
of
wouldn't date a man.
that.
I'm no longer dating men that are not in my. I want you to be making more than me. I want you to be a leader.
So that's like your honorable mention. Number 7, make more money than you.
Yeah, I want you to make more money than me. I want you to have more education than me.
How much more money as we talking like a year? Like what would be comfortable? Because like let's say you make 102 and he make 103. Is that enough?
I want you to make enough money so if God forbid or if I have a child, we're okay. Like I want my money to be like we put on the side for savings for a rainy day or
But 103 is doing that.
I mean
103 is doing that because now you got to think about it. Y'all are a 2-income household with no children. Y'all are a 2-income. What? That's 205. Y'all are doing that. So if you were to, i.e., have a kid and have your maternity leave, you're still going to get paid regardless. But that 102 or 103 is still doing that.
But
it's still
we never
taking care of
know
that.
what's gonna happen. Like
Unless you living above your means.
Well, but also like you don't know if the kid's gonna have any disabilities or anything. You gotta put into consideration what could happen. We don't know what's gonna happen
No, that's
when
a
it comes
fact.
to you. I could give birth and be in the hospital for months later. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't date a man that makes less than me. I want you to be making, even if it's a little bit more than me, just more. I want you to be more educated. I want you to be able to, if I go out of work, you have the education to go get an even better job than what we have now. Like, that's what I mean.
So you went to college?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you didn't go to college at
No.
all?
So my thing is like, and I don't even feel like you need to go to college to make money.
No, but you said education, so I'm just like
Yeah,
just
because
strictly off of.
that is something that eventually I do plan on.
You got a
going back
you got a high school diploma.
Yes, of course.
So what if he got like 2 years of college? That's more education.
Yeah,
like you
of
got
course.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you, but even education doesn't mean everything because you can get a good job not being educated.
But you can have a trade. I think trade is the better route.
You can get a trade. You can find a job where you don't have to have an MBA.
So he needs more like not necessarily book smart. And not in this case wouldn't be street smart, but he just need more smarts.
Yeah. Okay. Because first of all, I'm a smart ass and I'm gonna challenge you. And I feel like I'm always right. So you need to be able to like go toe to toe with me. Mm-hmm. And even without the college education.
You ever had a nigga humble you?
No.
Never?
No.
Never like had a nigga that really made you sit and be like, damn, like
no.
Yo, they is going crazy outside. You hear
I
that?
know.
They going mad wild. They really celebrate.
I've never had a man humble me. Never.
Never?
No.
Damn, dude. What would you do if a nigga was able to humble you?
I probably never talk to him.
You never talk to him? That's crazy. Why?
I don't even know. Like, first of all, I don't like arrogant men.
What's your definition of an arrogant man?
So, to me, an arrogant man is somebody who wants to make you feel small because they're bigger. Somebody who wants to make you feel less than because they have more education. There's a way to be humble about what you have. Like, I want a man that can teach me things, but in a kind way. A man that can show me things, but not make me feel stupid about the fact that I didn't know them.
So you want him to educate you without belittling you?
Yeah, there's a way to do it.
I like that.
Just like if I knew more than a man in certain areas of my life, I can educate them, but not without making them feel small about it.
I feel like it's not what you say, but how you say it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can educate me without making me feel stupid. And that goes both ways for a man or a woman. Like, everybody needs to learn how to talk to each other. Everybody needs to learn how to be kind and to kind of give people grace, because you can have a college education and I could know more than you in some areas. I could have street
I know a lot of people that got like degrees and they dumb as shit.
Dumb as hell.
Dumb as fuck.
And in debt.
Yeah, you dumb and in debt is crazy.
Yeah. So, and I put respect on everybody who decides to get that higher education, who decides to put all those extra years in to get their education. I'm not knocking it, but also don't belittle the people who decided not to do so.
Right.
Because some people can get the same job as you with less education, and you're in all this debt trying to pay it off, and they don't have that shit.
Yeah, shout out to the military for paying for my school.
Yeah. Wow.
No debt. No debt for me. No debt for me. So you said you wanted to go to school? Like, you want to go eventually go to school?
I go back and forth with that because, again, I don't want that debt. I don't feel like I really...
Your job don't offer, like, tuition assistance?
They do. My job does. But I go back and forth to myself again because it's still money, and then to say that, I have a bachelor's in this. And I feel like I do decent for myself without that. So do I want to add to that? Do I want to add to that debt? Do I want to have to worry about it in the future? So I do debate with myself, and I don't feel any less than anybody who's went to college. I don't knock anybody that has gone to college. I respect it. I respect that hustle. But you're not going to make me feel little because I haven't.
Right. But that's a fact. I know a lot of people who went to college, but barely, like,
yeah, I was in high school taking college classes and doing better than the people that were in college full time. So
people get complacent though. Like,
yeah.
Once they, that's why I didn't go to college. Like, I'm in college now, but I do online. But that's why I ain't go to no campus college. I knew I would have dumped out. Yeah. I would have dumped out. I always say it all the time. I had a conversation with my dad. Like, I would have went to college and crashed out. Yeah. All these women, like, I'm young. Play sports.
People have gone to college so they could have that experience, and that's what I do. I feel like if I went to college, I would have pledged. I would have did all that. Yeah, I would have done everything. I would have been partying. But then I leave, and I'd probably have the same amount of knowledge in a different way that I do now, and then loads of debt.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like a double-edged sword, because I don't want anybody to make me feel like I'm less than because I don't have a degree. Because I work hard, I learn as I go. I'm always willing to listen and to take information in. And sometimes you don't need a degree to do that. Sometimes street smart gets you further than book smart.
I don't even think it's street smart. It's just common sense. And I think people overthink a lot.
Well, common sense
ain't
so
common. Yeah, but I'm saying, but you need to have at least a little bit, like, to at least make it. Because even, like, I tell people this. Everybody, like, I'm trying to get into the military, but I keep failing the test. Like, because it's a test, ASVAB. And it's just, like, a knowledge test. But you thinking so much into it that, like, the shit that makes sense don't make sense to you. And it's like, if you just stop thinking and just, like, read it and make it make sense, like, it's very common. Like, this shit is mad easy.
I'd rather a man focus on getting his mental health together than go sit and focus on getting a college degree.
But what if you mentally straight though? Then, like,
well, I feel like a lot of men will say they're mentally straight, but they have never sat with a therapist to figure that out. They have never sat with their own thoughts, and they just go and do, and they don't sit with themselves and say, how do I feel about this? How do I feel being a man? Especially black men.
It's not normalized.
Of course, I know that, but I feel like we need to make it a point to make it normalized. We need to make it a point to take it more seriously. Like, it shouldn't just be, like, even as a child, my mom's husband used to say to my brother, "Oh, are you a man or a mouse?" if he would cry.
Oh,
and like stuff,
I heard that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody ain't said
exactly. Why are we telling men that it's not okay to cry?
It's not even a man. At that point you're a boy.
Why are we even instilling in men, especially black men, that it's not okay to show an emotion that you are feeling?
It's not normal.
It is.
Niggas wasn't
but we need to make it normal.
Right, I get that, but because I battle. I don't know. I don't tell my emotions. I don't know, because not all the time. It's very rare that I will open up and like share my emotions, but only because like my shit stem from way back, and two things. I don't like dumping on people, and sometimes the fear of people not understanding is the reason why I don't open up. But I do have a therapist, so like if I do feel a type of way, I always say like I can't even put into words like how I feel. And that's for the most part, but I like mental health, like it's very, very big. I promote it all the time, like always on Facebook, always
that's
on
what
shit. I'm saying. But it was never normal. It wasn't normal until like I really sat and I had to like talk to a therapist. And how I got my therapist was like I didn't go looking for it. Like I didn't go looking for my therapist. Like they just popped up, and it was like crazy how it happened. And like I just thank God for the path that it did, but it was just like from that point,
you needed
it was
that, and that's what I'm saying.
It just came at the right place, right time.
I'd rather have a man that will sit here and know that their mental health is more important than a lot of things around them than have an education. Because if you have an education, but you're sitting here battling yourself mentally, and you can't keep a relationship, and you can't keep people close to you, and you can't keep your mind straight long enough to sit here and nurture these things around you, then there's no point in anything that you're doing. Mental health is everything. Your mind is something that you're in 24/7. When you dream, when you're sleeping, when you wake up, you're in your head all the time.
But some people can go numb to it though. And that's just not even just men. Like people can go numb to it. People can really have a defense mechanism of like, you know what, like something might be bothering me, but I'm gonna just push forward. Most people do their greatest things in their time of like not being so great.
But that's not healthy.
It's not healthy, but it works. But then they eventually will deal with it in the end. But in that time of being great, you never know.
You could have saved yourself the sorrow and the pain and the mental anguish if you would have just nipped in the bud and got the help you needed and had the tools that you needed to go ahead and push through. Like, avoiding your mental health, avoiding getting the help you need. I feel like everybody should be in therapy.
Are you in therapy?
I've been in and out my entire life.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I feel like everybody should be in therapy. I feel like even if you have to try 10 or 12 different therapists to find the one you like, everybody should be in therapy. Everybody should have somebody. Even therapists are in therapy.
Nah, that's a fact. That is an absolute fact.
It's so important. Mental health is everything. You have people that laugh every day that you would never expect to sit there and take their own lives. And take their own lives. And because there's somebody you wouldn't expect that are always happy, that are always seem like they're in a good headspace, we don't check on them. But, like, if we did, they would probably still be here. Mental health is something, like, I do not play about. I tell everybody, get your mental health together. Even if you have to, there's programs where if it's free, even if you don't have insurance.
Taraji P. Henson Foundation.
There's so many things you can do to get your mental health in check. Even if it's doing something that you enjoy for yourself 15 minutes a day. Even if you can't find a therapist and you don't have time for that. Doing something that makes you happy every day. And I feel like that's a lot of the problems with men and women in this whole fight we have against each other is nobody's sitting here and nobody is trying to get their mental together before they date, before they build a life, before they build a family, before they step into a marriage. Nobody is doing that. So now we're all effed up. We have broken homes. We have broken families. We have women with daddy issues. We have men with mama issues. And nobody's sitting.
Men got daddy issues too.
And men have daddy issues. And nobody's sitting here and saying, okay, well, what can I do to make it better? What am I being raised like that's not right? And how can I make it better? There's people that have grown up in a 2-parent home. Their parents have been married for years, but have mental health issues because they made them always feel like, oh, well, you're not doing enough. You're not good enough. You're not educated enough. You need to go more. You need to do more. Even those children who don't come from broken homes, even those children who don't come from situations where they have a broken family and mommy and daddy issues, they have issues where they never feel good enough because their siblings doing better than them. Or their parents are like, well, you can go for another degree. You can do another thing. I did this. I did that. So you can go ahead and do it. And then they're sitting here. And then once they complete the one thing, their goal, they're sitting there and they're like, okay, well, what next? I'm being complacent, so I'm not good enough. I need to figure out what to do next.
I think people are more hard on themselves too.
Yeah.
That's a bigger part. So now I have a question, because you have kids and you made a statement that kind of really like makes sense. So what are you doing as a parent to help the betterment of your child's mental health, or like to prevent that childhood trauma? Like, what's some things that you do to like promote better health for your children?
So my son's 2, so my youngest, he's not really in that space where I can do that. Like, he's not really talking much yet. He's still little. But for my daughter, who's 9,
it's my dog.
She deals with stuff with, like, even early on with I'm trying to watch what I say because I don't want to disclose what her feelings are and how she is, because it's not my business to tell. But things she feels about herself this early on, I try to always support her. Like, when she comes to me and tells me, well, mommy, I feel this way, and I like this person, and I feel this way towards this person, I support her. I don't flinch. Even if it's shocking, I don't let her see any judgment on my face. I'm like, well, that's how you feel. That is okay. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And then she tells me things that she will not tell her grandparents and she will not tell her dad, because she knows that it might be taken a different way. But I want to be her safe space. I want her to be able to come to me and tell me anything. And she does feel that way. And she does feel like she can tell me whatever, because I've made it safe for her to tell me anything. And she knows that I'm not going to move. I'm not going to feel any type of way. I'm always going to support her. And I feel like that's so important, because a lot of the older generation feels like we should be a certain way. We should feel a certain way. We have been told we're too young to feel this way. There's no way you feel that way. And it makes us clench up. It makes us be like, well, maybe I shouldn't have told you. Maybe I am wrong. So I make it a point where if she's feeling that way, I don't try and change her mind about it. I just say, okay, if that's how you feel, I support it. You can be whatever you want to be. You can feel however you want to feel. I'm never going to stop you. I'm never going to change that. But come to me when you feel that way. And I want this to be a safe space. And I've always made it a point to make it a safe space for her. And that's why she comes to me with the stuff.
So, as your boy gets older, because I think it's kind of harder for a woman to raise a man. And I feel like that's a conversation for another day. But just in a general sense, like, it's doable, but
So
some women do lack certain things that men need. So what would be like your approach as your son gets older?
So I've always had that fear. Like when I had my son, and I was talking to his father, I was like, well, make sure you're going to be there, because like I can only teach him so much. I can only do so much as a woman. I don't know what it is to be a man in this world. And he told me, okay, I'll be there. It didn't work out that way. So now I have to sit and I have to, if God forbid, by the time he's older, I do not have a man in my life that can teach him and show him things. I have to be able to do what I can. I will always take his mental health very seriously. Like I said, black men in America, I feel like nobody has told them that their mental health is something that they should make a top priority. So that's always going to be something I instill in my son. And always going to be something I take very, very, very seriously. But again, I can't teach him how to be a man. I have men and father figures around me that I will make sure continue to be in his life.
For sure. I was about to say that.
And can help me guide him.
That little nigga
and that's
be
all I can do. That's all I can really do. I will always teach him to respect women. I will instill in him what I feel a man should be, but I also have to have men around him to show him what a man should be. And I have to make sure those men that are around him instill what a good man should be, and not toxic masculinity. And
I hate that word.
okay, well, too bad.
Because people don't use it in the right context. But go ahead.
And don't instill things that, as a woman, I feel like as a woman, I want my son to be a good man. I want the women he dates to be like, he was good to me. I don't ever want people or anybody to be able to say, well, he broke my heart. He hurt me.
He's going to be a heartbreaker. And Look at him. He's 2.
He's very cute.
Light skin as hell with fucking... What color
eyes.
is
his eyes? Blue eyes are blue. But that doesn't mean that I will tolerate that
he is
being anything less than a gentleman towards women.
He's going to be a problem.
I don't... Shut up. I will do
He's so evil. Hey, he was fucking with me when I was doing music though the other day. That's the first time I got a smile. Loves music. I got a smile from him. He was dancing. Other than that, I say, "What's up?" He do not fuck with me. Carson he don't fuck with me at all.
But again, I'm gonna do my best to make sure he is good to anybody that comes in his presence. Any woman who he tries to pursue, I'm going to make sure he's good for them. I'm not going to play around with my kids and how they treat people, because they are a reflection of me. They are a reflection of what I've instilled in them. And it ain't no boys will be boys. Ain't no, oh, well, he's just a man. He's going to do it. No. I do not play any of that. If you would not want a man to treat you like that, I'm not going to have my son treating your daughters like that. It's just not going to happen. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, well, boys will be boys, and a lot of these women want to be out here and date their sons and will let their sons run rampant and treat women like crazy. Like, hell no. I want you to be like, oh, when you're dealing with my son, you know that he is a good man. I don't play around. I'm not these, oh, I don't want your daughter dating my son, and I want my son to be my man. There's a lot of toxic.
It's a lot of people like that too.
Yeah, it's
That's
a very
crazy.
toxic, a toxic way to be. Like, if my son is with your daughter, I want him to be a good man to your daughter. That is not my son anymore. I don't want him to be, well, I don't want him to be putting me before his wife. I want my son to be good to whatever man or woman, because you don't know what the outcome will be.
You know how the
I
world we
want
live
him
in
to
right
be,
now.
yeah, I want him to be good to whomever he's with.
Okay. I like that.
I'm gonna play. And same for my daughter. You're gonna be good. You ain't gonna be a toxic one in the relationship.
That's my dog. I fuck. That's my dog. You hear me? Your little boy. Had to put the hands on her, but your daughter. That's my
Carson
dog.
is an angel.
Carson is Carson. Carson is
Not
Carson.
too much on him.
Carson is for sure Carson. But the other one, that's my fucking dog. No bullshit. That's my dog. Eliza!
What?
Thank you for coming on the podcast. Such amazing. Such an amazing time. Definitely will have you back. If you want to come back.
Yes.
We can talk
I'm
about
back.
toxic
You know, I
niggas
know
and
how to
shit.
shut up.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know you had braces. Like, I never
Why
knew
you
that.
put my business out there?
I never knew that. Then again, when I see you, it's like from here up. Y'all act like y'all don't know how to be in a fucking camera. Light-skinned twins. But hey, man, say man, it's your guy, No Way Jose, with Eliza.
Yes. Follow me on Instagram.
Give me your IG one more time.
It is at the Elise, TheeElise.
And they can slide in your DMs. You taking
may.
stepdaddy applications?
I am, but come correct or don't come at all, because I am very, very high maintenance.
She's not mean. You could give her a Chick-fil-A, a large Chick-fil-A, and she'll smile in your face. So don't let her play. Don't let her play.
Don't let him give you a false confidence.
I'm telling you,
is not gonna happen.
give her a motherfucking Big Mac, large fry, and a
He's
Diet
setting you
Coke,
up for failure.
and she will be okay.
He's setting you up.
Give her
for
some
failure.
tequila. She'll be straight. Tequila and pineapple juice. I'm giving y'all niggas the secrets, bro. Give y'all niggas a code.
You gotta court me. Come with flowers. Make a reservation. We don't.
Y'all
do
could be. You could
Chick-fil-A.
make a reservation to Chick-fil-A when you want to pick up the food. Yes, you can.
I will
You
not
feel
be
me?
doing Chick-fil-A
You
dates.
feel-
Okay.
She like Chick-fil-A, dog. Don't let her.
No.
What's wrong with a Chick-fil-A
Unless
date?
you're dropping it off at my job because I haven't eaten lunch, don't bring me no damn Chick-fil-A.
What's your Chick-fil-A order?
Depends on the day. Don't be telling these people.
See, she don't want to tell her
Anyway.
Chick-fil-A. She don't want to tell her Chick-fil-A order because she knows she go crazy for the Chick-fil-A. Women love Chick-fil-A. You a Polynesian or a Chick-fil-A sauce type of girl?
I do both. Come correct
See,
or do not
get
come
both
at all.
sauces.
I'm not playing with you.
I'm telling you.
Don't come in my DMs.
And she do the
right
half and
now.
half. Get her a little Sunjoy.
He's setting you up for failure.
I'm not. She gonna
I
go.
will leave you on red.
She gonna go.
I will leave you on red, sir. Or whatever.
Look, collect $200. Go past go. All that. I'm trying to give y'all niggas a secret.
Yeah, he's bullshit.
Trying to give y'all niggas a secret.
I don't play it like that.
But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. to another episode. This is the last episode of the year, but the first episode of the year. So, once again, Happy New Year's.
You're starting and ending in a good note with me.
Am I?
Shut up.
I mean, we can only go up from here, right? Like it only goes up from here.
This is the top, honey.
Hey yo, but wait, before we end, this is gonna be the last time we are sitting on this couch, unless I bring it back for special occasions, because I am, I'm not necessarily under a contract, but I am going to be hosting my podcast on a new platform, the Pit FM. I'm in partnership with them. So it will be a new setup. The next time y'all see a video, it'll be a new setup, new studio, new everything. Stepping into the new year. So this is a great way to end the
And
year.
I will be back. I know this is going to be the best episode ever. And y'all want to see me again, so I'll be back.
Okay. You know what? I do want you back. And I have the perfect person. We're going to give her a date show. So that's what's about to happen. We're going to give you a date show. That's what's going to happen. So the next time y'all see a video with her in it, it's going to be Eliza versus, how many people we say?
I thought we said 8.
8. So I'm gonna conjure up eight men who want to take her out on a date or date her, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to let her give y'all like an interview. Y'all see the videos, the 220 versus whatever the case may be. And yeah, it's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. So if you want to do that, make sure y'all slide in the DMs. Let me know. Let her know. And then we go from there. So, yeah, we out.